The Chicago Bears are hard at work in the 2025 offseason, crafting a new identity that is smarter, more complete, and ready to compete. This isn't a quick-fix job. General Manager Ryan Poles is building a team that will not only contend in the present, but also thrive for years to come. Many people look to free agency and blockbuster trades for the big names and flashy signings. But Poles is taking a different approach, one that prioritizes something many overlook, the third phase of the game, special teams. Special teams often don't get the credit they deserve. Fans and analysts alike tend to focus on the offense and defense, where stars like quarterbacks, running backs, and pass rushers dominate the conversation. But the Bears are looking at special teams as a key part of their success in 2025. Special teams can swing the momentum of a game in an instant. They can turn a loss into a win with a single play. And the Bears are committing to this often underappreciated phase by ensuring they have the best talent available. One of the biggest moves Poles made was locking down two of the Bears' most important special teams players, cornerback Josh Blackwell and linebacker Ogbongbemiga. Both players have just signed 2-year deals to remain in Chicago, and their returns are huge for the team's success moving forward. Blackwell is set to make up to $6 million, while Ogbongbemiga will earn $5 million. These aren't just depth signings, they're foundational pieces that will make the difference between good and great. The Bears are focusing on getting the right kind of depth, players who can step up when needed and execute their roles with precision. Depth is the key to building a sustainable winner in the NFL. It's not enough to have a few superstars. To truly compete at a high level, you need players who understand their role and can execute it consistently. You need guys who can make plays when the game is on the line, even when the spotlight isn't shining on them. And that's exactly what Blackwell and Ogbongbemiga bring to the table. When you have a team that can rely on players like these, it's a game changer. For the Bears, who have been on the wrong side of many close games in recent years, these kinds of signings are exactly what they need to close the gap and start winning those tight matchups. Let's start with Josh Blackwell, who has had a journey many would call a long shot. Coming out of Duke University, he wasn't drafted into the NFL, and his future looked uncertain. But Poles saw something in Blackwell, and the Bears claimed him off waivers in 2022. From there, Blackwell didn't just make the roster, he found a way to contribute. He quickly established himself as a reliable depth cornerback and a key piece on special teams. Blackwell's path to the NFL wasn't paved with spotlight moments, but he created his own by grinding and doing his job quietly and efficiently. His breakout moment came in the 2024 season finale against the Green Bay Packers. The Bears were fighting for pride, trying to end the season on a high note. With the game on the line, Blackwell caught a punt and made a play that electrified the entire team. He took the ball all the way to the end zone for a touchdown, a momentum-shifting, game-deciding play that gave the Bears a hard-fought victory over their rivals. That play was a perfect example of the kind of impact special teams can have. It wasn't just a flash in the pan, it was the result of years of preparation, instinct, and pure talent. Now, Blackwell is back in Chicago to continue making those game-changing plays, and with his return, the Bears are adding even more stability to their special teams unit. Then there's Ogbongbemiga, whose role may not have the same flair as Blackwell's, but is just as crucial. A linebacker by trade, Ogbongbemiga's impact is most noticeable on special teams, where his speed and tackling ability come to the forefront. When the opposing team lines up for a kick return or punt return, Ogbongbemiga is one of the first players down the field, aiming to disrupt any chance the returner has to break free. His job isn't glamorous, but it's vital. If you watched the Bears closely in 2024, you likely noticed a significant improvement in their special teams coverage. That wasn't a coincidence, it was the direct result of players like Ogbongbemiga playing at a high level. His return to the Bears is a major boost, not only for the linebacker core, where depth was starting to become an issue with Jack Sanborn's expected departure, but also for the special teams unit, which will now remain strong and cohesive. One of the most telling parts of these moves is that the Bears have decided to keep Richard Hightower as their special teams coordinator. Hightower is one of the few holdovers from the 2024 coaching staff, and his continued presence is a testament to how much the team values what he brings to the table. Special teams may not get the same attention as the offense or defense, but they're just as important, and having a coach who can get the most out of his players is a major advantage. The Bears understand that, which is why Hightower will remain in charge of special teams as they continue to build a unit that can compete with the best in the league. But the Bears didn't stop there. They've also added tight end Durham Smythe, a player who may not be a household name but is a steady, reliable contributor. Smythe is known for his ability to block effectively, catch passes when needed, and provide stability to the tight end position. He may not be a superstar, but his presence in the locker room and on the field is invaluable. With Cole Kmet leading the tight end group, adding Smythe provides much-needed depth and allows the Bears to be more flexible in their game plans. Poles isn't looking to make headlines with these moves. He's looking to build a team that can handle injuries, adapt to different situations, and win in all three phases of the game. It's important to remember that the best teams in the NFL aren't just built around a few superstars. They win because they have depth. They win because their special teams make plays when it matters most. And they win because they pay attention to the details. The Bears understand this, and while these moves may not make big waves in the media, they are setting the foundation for long-term success. So Bears fans, don't overlook these signings. Don't ignore the importance of special teams, because the next time Josh Blackwell takes a punt to the house, or Ogbongbemiga makes a crucial stop on a kickoff return, you'll remember exactly why these moves were made. The Bears are building something special, and this is only the beginning of what promises to be an exciting 2025 season. In the end, it's the unheralded moves like these that separate contenders from pretenders. By investing in players who understand their role and can execute at the highest level, the Bears are setting themselves up for success, not just in the spotlight, but in the trenches, on the return teams, and in every facet of the game that gets overlooked. If the Bears can continue to build in this way, paying attention to the little things that matter, they'll be a force to be reckoned with for years to come.